Bro, you don't have to mention jihad. Why TF you call it jihad? The word jihad used abysmally wrong as per typical Westerners do. I've been getting quite a few comments like these since I started making Dune content, and I guess the inference is that by using the word jihad, I'm being Islamophobic, or at least culturally insensitive. My stock response has always been, I'm just quoting the books. But is that good enough? On reflection, I really wanted to challenge myself and make sure I'm comfortable that both the source material and what I'm doing with it is appropriate. In this video, I'm going to explore that question, and at the end of the video, I'll make a decision on whether I'll keep using the word jihad in my Dune content or not. If I stop, then I'm sure I'll go from being accused of Islamophobia to accused of being a woke apologist, but I guess you can't please all of the people all of the time. So, without a doubt, Dune draws inspiration from Islamic culture, and via two books in particular. First, 7 Pillars of Wisdom by T.E. Lawrence. In it, Western Lawrence becomes a leader of the Arab uprising against the also Muslim Ottoman Empire. Herbert stated overtly that this was one of his main influences for Dune. And second, as pointed out to me in my comments section, The Sabres of Paradise, a narrative non-fiction about Islamic Chechens fighting a war of independence against the Soviet Union. I haven't found any direct quotes by Herbert on this one, but there's a whole Reddit thread showing how he borrowed some of his most famous lines from this book. In addition to jihad, Herbert also uses several Arabic or Islamic words in Dune. For example, Mahdi is a saviour prophesied in Islam to appear at the end of time. And al-Ghaib, similar to Lisan al-Ghaib, is the concept of having faith in the unseen. We can see how these create a connection between Islam and Dune. But does that really mean anything? Is Herbert actually saying anything about Islam by using these words and imagery? I personally don't think so. To me, it seems Herbert was creating a recognizable motif to make his world feel real, coherent, and accessible to his readers. Rather than coming across as Islamophobic, I feel that Herbert actually handles his Islamic inspirations in a quite reverential way. The Fremen's simple, traditional way of life is given an almost idealized handling, with Duncan Idaho shown to mourn the erosion of that way of life by the 4th book, God Emperor of Dune. Even Herbert's handling of the word jihad puts it into a fairly positive light. While Paul's jihad is portrayed as a necessary evil, claiming 61 billion lives, the other great jihad of the setting, the Butlerian jihad, is unequivocally good, having saved humanity from the thinking machines. In Herbert's world, jihad is simply a holy war, led by a religious figurehead as Paul becomes. And while this isn't technically correct with regards to the definition of the word in Islam, which as I understand it, is actually a broad term for a service to God, I don't think that makes Herbert's interpretation a bad or offensive one. Over time and in different cultures, words change meaning. And I don't think Herbert's projection of how it might be used in thousands of years from now is intended to cause offense to anyone in the present day. So, will I stop using the word jihad in my coverage of Dune? No, I won't, because I don't see any case for censoring Frank Herbert's work or my own based on the facts. But what I will do is make sure I use that word with care. Dune is a great book, and it's fantastic to be able to discuss its inspirations and meaning, which is why it's important not to censor it. But it's also important not to exclude anyone from that conversation by making it offensive to them. So let's keep the good conversation going, and let me know what you think in the comments section below. This video has been a little different from what I usually do. But if you enjoyed it or are curious about my other content, please do hit like and subscribe. Let's keep talking, keep reading, and keep writing.